Well, the drivers are certainly very clear. Gas exports is a major export earner in Russia, but it is also a little bit more complicated because gas exports have been used to subsidize internal consumption of gas. So you may say that exports have been transferred, or export income have been transferred into some sort of redistribution of rent inside Russia. Gazprom, which is the dominant Russian gas company by far, is clearly also very much engaged in trying to keep up its market share and export revenue for its own commercial reasons. It has been a very troublesome development as far as I understand. Russia, and before that the Soviet Union, was for a long time seen as a very reliable and stable supplier. Then in the first years of this century, we could perhaps say that the Russians became overconfident, thinking that their exports would always find the market and that essentially they could do whatever they liked without any negative impact in the market. Then we had the gas wars with Russia and Ukraine, which of course mainly was a conflict between Russia and Ukraine, but had ramifications in terms of supply shortages in Europe. Whatever the reason, this totally changed the image of Russian gas. And also the fact that the Russian leader, Putin, at the time gave statements where he in a way threatened of withdrawing Russian gas exports from the gas market in Europe if not better downstream access was given to Gazprom. This was an empty threat, but it also very much impaired the image of Russian gas. So the EU policy of seeking diversification of imports were intensified also because of these Russian statements. Now, and there has been a lot of negativity in regards to Russia. I think this is a very unfortunate situation, given that Russia is the dominant supplier to the European gas market. And it's not good when there is a bad relationship between Russia's major market and Russia, seen on one hand, and the European market's major supplier, and politicians in Europe. So there is some need to find some mutual understanding, and I think there is a need to do something on both sides. And with regard to Russia, I think better access for foreign investment, closer industrial ties would certainly improve also the political relationship in the energy sector. What I'm thinking about is really that the European companies are becoming partners in Russian gas production. This again has very much to do with internal developments in Russia and reforms and changes in the gas industry, which I think are underway. We see the rise of so-called independents, that is non-Gazprom producers, and also probably Gazprom will need to find new ways in collaborating with outsiders to provide investments in their quite costly upstream gas sector. I think this is going to be a major force for change.